All right, welcome everybody back to Phandalin, session 13. In session 12, the session began with Luthien having been separated from the others in a storm of laughing crickets as he assesses his situation to escape the Feydark wilds. Echo, also lost, finds themselves able to detect emotions and tracks Luthien through his frustration and relief. Along the way, they feel themselves being watched by something unseen. Five Cruel, Gemnis, and the Knights, truly lost as well, assess their situation and note an unusual structure in the distance. Abandoning Luthien and Echo, the Knights resolve to move toward the structure and situate themselves. Before they leave, Cruel sends a vision to Luthien, whose experience navigating the Fey wilderness allows him to follow the group, Echo trailing in turn. As the camp prepares to rest, a desiccated fungal humanoid stiffly wanders into camp, jerking and twitching with heavy steps, an old great axe dragging a heavy trail in the dirt behind it. Alarmed, the knights address the creature, which suddenly and stiffly raises an arm. With an unexpected burst, a cloud of spores emitted from the creature overtakes the party, who immediately find themselves at ease with the eroded figure. Fife recognizes the creature as being similar to the spore cultists in Thundertree, but in spite of themselves feels calm with the entity's presence. It introduces itself as nothing more than a simple farmer on a journey, and suggests that, as fellow mortals, the party travel together and trust one another implicitly. The party, finding themselves unusually accommodating, agrees to allow the entity to accompany them, so long as it doesn't slow it down. Echo catches up to Luthien as he's eyeing the farmer and planning to assassinate the knights. Luthien warns Echo that the Winter Court is more dangerous than their envoy lets on, and the party would likely be ensnared as pawns until their deaths should they fall into the clutches of the court. Luthien suggests that although he doesn't know how the mortal group came to be here, if they wish to escape with their lives, they need to evade or kill the Mothran Knights. Echo agrees, not trusting the knights, and Luthien offers to draw the knights away from Gemnis and the other mortals so that they can escape. Together, the two of them formulate a plan. Echo suggests Luthien draw them away, and he attempts to do so by shouting and drawing the Mothran to him. Alarmed, the Mothran awaken to defend the campsite, and Cruel sprints off after the voice, thrusting the campsite into chaos. Sir Inavern flies after Cruel, but is ambushed by Echo and Luthien when he leaves the safety of the campsite. Lady Euryces flew after him to find him being attacked and was slain herself. Echo knocks Sir Inavern unconscious, and Luthien witnesses them do something unusual. Lady Nyagan, alone, is attacked by the remainder of the group and slain, just as a Fomorian scout and its great boar charge into the midst of the battle, drawn by the commotion. The party manages to fell the scout as well, finding a variety of odd belongings on its person. Continuing in the direction of the strange structure, the party eventually finds themselves outside of what appears to be an encampment of Fomorian giants. However, we're going to retcon that just a hair, that last little bit, and we are going to pick up just after the battle. Y'all have sifted through the belongings of the Fomorian and found a good deal of rather unusual items. Cruel, as you are going, as you are spending time sort of magically assessing and identifying your item, you come to the realization that your item is cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just that. The item that you happen to have on you is cursed.
Yes.
I will leave it at that for now. So, you're all sort of sitting around the campfire here, or rather the one that y'all were setting up, and had opted to move towards the structure at some point. You don't actually have to do this evening, but you're certainly welcome to. Is there anything anybody wants to do here tonight?
Seeing Cruel identify their item, Echo will approach Cruel and just say, I saw you doing something with your item there. Were you figuring out what it is, or were you what was happening with that?
Oh, yeah. I was just identifying it.
Oh. You know, I also got this item. I don't know exactly what it is. It just looks like a necklace, but I am wary in this place, you know?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Would you be able to do me?
Yeah, here, hold this, and I hand Echo the stone I'm carrying, and I'll take the necklace and identify it.
That's funny and smart. What does it look like, Cruel, when you discern something's true nature through magic?
I assume my hand's glow, and I just kind of like woo
Just
over
like,
it, right?
wom, 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 wom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so, Echo, this will take 10 minutes unless, Cruel, you're just burning a slot for it. It really doesn't matter. I don't know how many you have left.
Oh, well, we were gonna long rest anyways.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I'll sit for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, Cruel, here's what you can determine from this necklace. This necklace is also cursed.
Mm-hmm.
It once belonged to... let me think for a second. So this necklace was once a gift to someone else and has since been claimed by the Fomorian who had it in its possession, and the Fomorian is the one who cursed it. You can tell from your identify spell that this is a necklace of lycanthropy.
Ah.
Donning the necklace for too long will cause the necklace to remain fixed to you. However, donning it for any amount of time will cause you to become cursed until the end of the next moon cycle.
Could you just pass the necklace around and everyone's now a wolf? Is that how that works?
Actually, yes.
Is there a downside to being a wolf?
Wait, it said you had
Very
to
yes.
don it, not
Yes.
just touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it on and you hand it to your friend, and then you're all werewolves now for some reason. Hold on, is there a downside? What's the downside?
Well, y'all will find out what the downside is if you put that bad boy on.
Hey, can I see that?
There is definitely a downside to lycanthropy.
Hold on.
No, we're everybody gonna fucking.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
So
Hold on.
so is everyone sort of curiously watching as Cruel and Echo are sort of having this
Yes.
exchange?
Yeah.
Definitely
am.
watching.
I hand the necklace back to Echo, not taking back my stone, and go, that is a cursed necklace of some sort of transformation. It will turn you into a lycanthrope, which I know it is. That is, it's a wolf creature.
Oh, interesting. Echo puts it back in their pocket, and if Cruel doesn't take the stone back, they're just gonna toss it at their feet because they have no.
You are compelled to hold on to it.
I'm compelled to hold on to it.
Oh, really? What's the wording on that stone?
Let me go.
I know I tweaked it a little bit.
Stone of ill fortune.
Yeah, hang tight though.
Chris,
Use the one that I sent your way instead. Because it works quite a bit differently.
Oh, okay. Okay, then you are
I would say-
under the new version. You are not compelled to hold on to it, so you can throw it away.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Wait,
don't
what
want,
about the magic trick? Do
you
you still
don't
have
want
that?
people being compelled to hold on to it because it's more overt that way, honestly.
Okay. So,
It's
you
like
can
the
put it
ring,
off to the
but-
side.
So Echo just tosses it back at your feet.
Okay, and I summon it to my hand without reaching down to pick it up.
Say it again.
Sick.
Okay. So Echo, you watch as Cruel sort of maneuvers his hand and the stone sort of vanishes from the glass and appears in his grasp again.
Inside check.
Go ahead and roll that insight check. Our music just stopped. Sure freaking did.
21.
Nope, there it is. Okay.
Bam.
21's pretty good. Okay, so, Echo, thine eyes do not deceive thee. That stone was definitely just on the ground, and now it's in Cruel's hand, and there is something magical about that. He definitely did not bend down to pick it up or anything like that. But he seems already to have some sort of connection with this stone here. Likely using the same abilities he just used to discern that object's nature. You don't really know that much about Cruel, or why he has this magic or this ability to sort of determine what things are. But he's a very strange figure, as is the one who accompanies him. The only non-humanoid in the group, I would add. Well, unless you count the farmer.
Sentient plant creature.
Wait,
What?
aren't I also non-human technically?
Yeah, that's who we were referring to.
Sorry, I zoned out. I was reading about the downsides of lycanthropy and D&D real quick, just out of curiosity.
No, you know about the
yeah.
downsides of lycanthropy.
That's true.
What?
Technically,
Yeah, Fife
your
doesn't know.
character doesn't know, but also, having gone and done a bunch of research on it myself, I am changing that because it does not suck enough.
What?
Yeah. If you look at those
Come
lycanthropy things, they're hella juicy.
No, listen, it's so scary. Listen, like, what? I get 15 strength if I'm not already higher? Bad news, I'm already higher.
Hey,
Um,
not all that's technically meta and doesn't exist.
I just think it's incredibly funny if the deer turns into, like, how would that work?
Ooh, that would actually be really interesting.
Hey, Echo, how's it going? Can I try the necklace?
So Fife.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, Cruel and Echo, are y'all having this conversation openly?
Oh, yeah.
I know I kind of described us all sort of sitting around the fire, although I'm sure the farmer stands in place. You're welcome to correct me if that's not the case.
He does.
By the way, farmer, I don't know if you've actually been able to see everyone's art. Let's go ahead and just show you what everyone looks like. This is Cruel here.
Nice.
It's quite a figure. So yeah, Cruel and Echo, are y'all openly having this conversation?
I mean, I'm not trying to hide it, but I'm also not shouting at him, normal.
Yeah, I'm not hiding it either.
I'm incredibly nosy.
Okay, go ahead and roll me perception to hear this conversation across
Okay.
the fire, to listen in.
8, I am. Okay, whatever.
Oh, okay.
The fires are very loud.
I gave you a fair shot.
Damn.
What are you up to over there, Fife? This
I
doesn't
don't
mean,
know,
by the
I-
way, that you can never get around to interacting with that object. It just needs to be approached a different way.
Yeah. I don't know. What am I doing? I guess I'm just like sitting there. What's the farmer up to? You just standing there like not moving?
Farber is just kind of standing there, but also he is thinking about all the thumbs up and the thumbs down during our
Hell
last
yeah.
fight.
Wait, there was a thumbs down? What happened?
I think there was like one thumbs down, but it was a lot of thumbs up.
Okay, yeah. All thumbs up.
Yeah, so he kind of looks over at you, and you can tell there's like, even though he doesn't have eyes, you can tell he's looking at you with respect.
Awesome. Yeah, I am looking back also with respect, but also, like, are you just like scary still? Are you like a tree? Are you just like sitting there?
He's kind of Grootish, just kind
Okay.
of standing there. And he definitely has like ganglia that look like fungus just coming out of his body.
Okay. I didn't
It's
know what
a flicker.
ganglia meant for a second. I thought it was like gangrene in my head. I was like, oh no, but no. Okay, so the little thingies.
I definitely
Cool.
imagine the farmer as like when the farmer is still, the farmer is like perfectly still.
Did
Like
you
that.
introduce yourself as the farmer?
Yes,
A farmer.
Okay.
a simple
Yeah.
farmer.
Farmer looks more like a scarecrow to me.
So farmer, what you farming?
5. I recall very vividly our thumbs ups, and I felt real friendship with you.
Hell yeah, same.
I have forgotten what I grew as a farmer, but I can tell you it was the best ever grown of that particular kind of thing.
Hell yeah. I am also the best of a particular kind of thing, as was previously. Wait, no, you weren't there for that. Never mind. We don't need to lie to you just yet.
At this, Gimnus is going to sort of speak up and say,
Lie? Was that a lie, Lord Fife?
What? No. I'm just being funny. It's all good, Gimnus.
roll me a deception check, Fife.
Uh-huh. 8. I'm doing.
God.
I'm. If anything, I'm consistent at the moment.
Cruel, do you want to jump in? This was your lie as well.
I, listening to that conversation happening, I go, oh yeah, the farmer. Fife is the
Yes.
greatest archer to ever live.
Yeah.
Luthien.
What?
Yeah.
As a Fae, hearing this, you understand this to be like a declaration of truth, as did Gimnus. And although they may not be fully aware of it yet, you know full well the consequences of lying. So I will just tell you, for the sake of this, as a Fae, culturally, you take this to be true.
There are consequences?
Don't worry about it.
So yes, Luthien, or sorry, Kroll, can you repeat that for me one more time?
Closer to the mic.
Fife is the greatest archer to ever live.
Not literally.
That's what you said before, Fife, is that you were the greatest and you did the hands on hips ha 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 pose.
I did do that, and whenever you do that, that does mean you're telling the truth.
Indeed it
Every
does.
time. I don't like to brag. I'm okay.
Kroll, can you make
I'm
me a
okay
deception
with
as
the
well?
bow.
I can make you a deception check.
Luthien. Oh.
Hey, listen.
Alright, Luthien, you're welcome to roll insight against this if you wish. The knee-jerk
Sure.
reaction is to accept things as truth, generally. Although they may be half-truths.
Oh yeah. I'm not.
Okay.
I believe it.
Cruel's pretty convincing. Okay,
Hell yeah.
so the lot of you are traveling with the greatest archer to ever have lived. Echo, you may know better than this. You've seen Fife in action.
Yeah, I think I've also questioned it before as well.
You did question it before.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Did. Listen. That's cool. You're entitled to your opinion.
Okay. So, the farmer... So, Fife, you're telling the farmer you are indeed the greatest archer who has ever lived.
Unfortunately, that seems how it's rolling out.
Can I roll inside?
If you wish, yeah.
14.
Yeah, no. Krull talks a high game for Fife.
Okay.
Gimnus is reassured. He says,
I'm quite relieved. For a moment I thought... Not to worry.
Don't worry, Gimnus. I just like to keep people on their toes sometimes. I guess hooves? What do you have? I look down at Gimnus's feet. What does Gimnus have for feet?
Gimnus's...
What the fuck is it? Okay, yeah,
I don't
sure.
know what
yeah,
you call
that.
it.
This is
I
a bug. What do you want?
I don't know what word you
What
used
the
for
fuck?
that.
I
What
don't-
are
I
those?
don't know
What
what those
are
are.
those? No, like literally. What?
His,
I'm getting distracted.
his talons.
No, it's all good. Cool.
I actually don't know what the term for that is. Barrett,
Yeah,
do
I
you know?
don't know either.
Let me
What
just
are
Google
bug feet called?
profile.
What are bug
Bug feet names.
They're just feet.
They're just...
They're just
Anthropod legs.
Yeah. I mean, it's feet.
Tarsi.
They have multiple
Yo,
sets
what?
of feet.
Tarsus and Tarsi is what I'm getting from the North Dakota State University. That's cool.
Carsi. Interesting, okay.
Tarsi with a T,
Tarsi.
like metatarsal.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, interesting.
that makes sense. Medical.
Tarsi.
Yeah, that does make sense. Now that I said the Latin word for it. Cool.
Gimnus sort of peers at his feet, and he sort of peers over at your feet.
And he says, Lord Fife, I've actually been wondering this for quite some time. Why is it that you're so different from the rest of these mortals here?
That's, the pot asking the kettle why it's black. I don't know. Why are you not whatever we are? What do you got going on, buddy? Kind of a rude question.
I mean, no offense, Lord Fife. I simply wonder because there seems to be a dynamic between, well, the three of you. Sort of gesturing towards Fife's glorious golden coat.
Mm-hmm.
And then over at Cruel and Echo, who are wearing more subtle clothing. So Gimnus is asking you, like, is there like a power or like a hierarchy between the mortals?
No, we're all equal here. Or something. Just, I don't know.
Equal.
Yeah. Just like you're equal, right, Gimnus?
Dear me, no. No. There's a system.
I'm way better than all of you.
Multiple systems in place. I'm far below many others.
Don't talk yourself down like that.
Yeah.
Don't talk. You seem pretty alright in my book. Come on.
Well, I take no offense at my standing, but all the same, I could never compare myself to one such as Lord Metzenvaki, for instance. Lord Metzenvaki's intellect is far beyond anything capable of my kind.
So why are you here anyways, Gimnus?
In truth, I'm misplaced. I was sent simply to retrieve you and return to the rendezvous point. However, I'm afraid I have no idea where that is now. I wasn't expecting to get caught in that storm, and well, with things shifting about as they do, I'm quite lost, I'm afraid, and I'm not sure how the Great Planner will find us. If there's
Planner?
And Gimnus nods and he says,
Indeed, because time works differently where Lord Metzenvaki resides. The only way Lord Metzenvaki can have such a far reach as he does is, by simply thinking ahead.
Like, are you saying Metzenvaki is the planner, or does he have like an assistant and that's like their cool title?
No, Metzenvaki the Far-Reaching knows many things. But he can't know random things, and that's what I'm worried about. Haven't you noticed the way the horizon seems to sort of dip beneath? The way we sometimes pass trees and they're half submerged in the ground as if they've been growing there. The land has a way of sort of shifting about, eating itself and sort of appearing, stretching out. It's all very disorienting. I'm afraid that's why it's so easy to get lost in this place. But it's also what makes this place we're traveling to so very strange. It's been there for several days now, and that's particularly odd.
What's been there for several? Like the place we're heading to has been here for a while?
Yes, the structure that the Motherin found. They were taking us there. And this rather large creature here, sort of pointing over to the dead Fomorians, seems to have originated from that direction. Oh, by the way, there's a giant dead boar with like... Do y'all want to do anything with that out of curiosity? I realize suddenly that there's a huge amount of food.
Have we had dinner?
I don't know. You certainly can, but I'm just putting it out there. It does appear to be there.
Can we harvest the boar?
You certainly can. Is there anything you'd like to do with the giant boar?
While they're like eyeing the boar, I want to try and like get Echo's attention without getting anyone else's attention.
Okay. So you sort of subtly get Echo's notice.
Yeah. Do they
Echo
see
makes
it?
eye contact. Or wait, do we need to roll for this?
Just out of curiosity, who wants to salvage things from this? Let me see if I can just show y'all what this boar
Right.
looks like here. This massive horned boar
How
here.
big is this thing? Whoa.
This
Can I
thing
salvage
is
a piece of
this.
that antler?
Yeah, definitely.
Hell
This
yeah,
thing
I
is
wanna
like
do
the
that.
size of like a tree. This was a giant and like a great boar. Like a giant
I'm
thing.
taking a piece of antler. That's cool as hell.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Who all's salvaging stuff? Just for the sake of Luthien and Echo scene.
Could probably make a pretty cool bow from that.
Maybe.
You can make a pretty cool lot of things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, well, no,
Five-
I'm thinking about it logically. You want something that bends if you're actually going to make a bow, and I was looking into it. But, like, whatever, it's a game. You can do fun things.
Well, just
Okay.
so everyone's aware, and just so you're aware as well, Fife, you have the Carver's Kit, which allows you to, in a very Monster Hunter-y kind of way, make things out of stuff in your environment, whether it's plants, wood, bone, horn, etc. You're welcome to do something with this, but I'm just kind of making you aware of it, because I don't know if Fife's been working on anything during the downtime.
I've just been making weird figurines the whole time.
Okay.
Okay, I'll skin the boar. I'll get some of the leather off of it.
Alright. So, Luthien and Echo, if y'all want to step away, you're certainly welcome to do so.
Yeah. I gesture Echo to like go off to the side.
I stealth away.
You're over there.
Nice.
So I turn towards Echo and I say, I've seen that thing that you did to that one Mothrin. Your secret's safe with me, but I have to ask, what are you doing with a group like that?
When you say that you saw Echo do what they did, their expression hardens. And then when you say that the secret's safe, it kind of softens a bit. They say, well, to be honest, the group I'm with at the moment, I just kind of fell into. I don't have any strong ties to anybody here, really. And if I'm being quite honest, between you and me, I would be careful around the one called Cruel and the one called Fife. I don't trust them.
They seem like a unique duo. But
They
let me
are
ask
that.
this. How did you get to this place?
We came here through a powerful being that we met. She
Powerful
opened a
being.
portal.
And what is this powerful being?
I don't know if I should speak her name here. That can be dangerous.
There's a lot of things that are dangerous here. What's one more?
Ah, but a name holds power here. I need to be careful with it.
And why would you think that?
This is a magical place, is it not?
Well, yes it is.
Yes.
But what does this being have that makes this place tremble?
Wait, what are you saying? Sorry.
What power does this being have that makes everything tremble?
That makes
Just
everything.
from the name. I don't know how to describe it.
Like, what threat does this thing pose that would make it dangerous
Yeah.
to speak here?
Oh.
I was trying to speak in like anyways.
I think that was good. Okay. No. What I mean is, in this realm, names hold power, regardless of who it is. So I'm hesitant to say her name here. If we were maybe to get out of here, I could maybe tell you, but... do you see what I mean?
So you think the mere mention of this one's name would compromise this world?
Not the world, but maybe the person whose name it is.
Interesting. Well, I guess I have no choice but to wait.
Yes, but you do seem rather invested in leaving this world, yes?
I have spent 100 years in this realm.
Oh my.
In a society that doesn't see me as an equal, I am ready to leave it.
You might be able to accomplish that. I imagine if we were able to get our way here, we can find an exit. I'm more than happy to try and find a way with you. Maybe together we can find something.
May I ask the reason you came here?
Well, on our realm, time was running out for us. We had some intimidating enemies converging on our location. So we came here to buy time.
Ah, I see.
Mm-hmm.
So you hope to train here and get stronger, and then go back and defeat that threat in your world.
Yes, exactly.
You chose the wrong place to do it at, but
Oh no.
I can assure you that if I were to go out there, I could be a great help with whatever threat you may face. I would be in your debt if you helped me escape this place.
That is good to hear. I think I will help you do this.
Okay. So, as everyone sort of finishes gathering all their things from this boar, is there anything in particular, farmer, are you getting in on some of this project action? What's the farmer's toolkit, out of curiosity?
I don't think he really has much of a toolkit.
We can definitely work on something so that you can execute projects, but a toolkit may not, in the traditional manner, may not be quite appropriate for the farmer. Oh, actually, you know what? You do have something. You have something special that you do during downtime.
Yeah.
We can get to that later. Okay. Fife and Cruel. Did y'all want to do anything else before we move on to the next scene?
Yo, I found like a cool thing. What did you find?
I found a cool thing. Oh, by the way, corpses of these... I kind of didn't see it till I like really zoomed in here. Corpses of these knights are just chilling over here next to this boar as well. Is there anything any of you would want from the corpses of these knights here?
I kind of wanted to maybe use the boar skin and then maybe their outfits to create a what's the word I'm looking for? A disguise kit of some kind during the downtime.
Interesting. Okay. So you're essentially gathering like clothing or
Their wings.
their wings. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so Cruel, you're going to find that their like bodies have been sort of what's the word? Oh,
Torn asunder.
no, I play Cyberpunk. I'm trying to think of the word for this that's used for like when you're souping up your body.
Oh, mod?
It's like
Modded.
it's like modified, augmented. That's what's
Oh.
that's the word. Their bodies have been augmented so that it's still like their wings, but their wings have intricate designs which you notice sort of denote their standing. Their armor has sort of been grown out of their sides. However, it appears to have been customized in a way. So these Mothrin appear, their armor is sort of integrated with their bodies. But you're welcome to remove their wings. Gimnis is going to depart as you begin doing this.
Okay.
Gimnis does not want to watch that. Interesting. Yeah, go ahead and add 2 sets of Mothrin wings. Actually, make me a... And Fife, you're welcome to assist. Either of you can make a survival or nature check, which I noticed actually Fife...
Survival versus
You
nature.
have-
Okay, I get a +5 on that.
You actually don't have a +5. You have
Oh,
expertise in that. You have a +9.
+9. Okay, so add 4 to my roll. I have
it's
a
too
23?
lower. It's a +7. That's what it is. You have a
Oh.
+7 to this roll. So you just rolled a 26 to skin, which is perfect because that's pretty much exactly what you're great at.
Wait, a +7? That would just be a 21, but still pretty high. Sorry.
Oh, you're right.
Or am I
no.
off? Yeah.
Yes, you're correct. It is a 21. Okay, no problem. That's still fine. You're able to remove it pretty depthly. I'm not entirely sure. Here we go. Expertise. Okay, I will fix your sheet so that you have expertise in nature, and you also have expertise in survival, because you get those from your rogue scout class. Okay. So, with all that, and Cruel, you can add that to your inventory as well. The farmer, I will say you will notice, sort of psychically, Gimnus's revulsion at the mortals sort of like removing the wings and some of the plating from these Mothrin. And,
Duly noted.
yeah, don't have to do anything with that, you just notice it. Okay, so moving on, as you all sort of make your way in the direction of this structure, which sort of sits in place, you will come across an unexpected surprise. Let me add some music for this. What's some kind of happy-ish music? Yeah, sure, that'll work. So, as you're making your way down the road, you come across none other than Isadora and Elok, who are as stunned as you are to see the lot of you, Cruel Echo and Fife, particularly with Gimnus the farmer and Luthien now with you. And sort of Elok kind of jumps to his feet and he says, "Gods above, it can't be. It's them!" And he sort of waves at you all.
Isadora? Isadora, is that you?
She kind of tilts her head backwards without getting up or turning around to look over at them upside down. Oh, friends!
Hey.
Ooh.
Another mortal?
Well,
Echo makes their way down.
2, 3. Where are they all coming from? Wow.
Where indeed did all of these mortals come from?
You
I
made
notice your
your
evil friend isn't here with you, Elok.
Is that just, you just fucking say that?
Yeah.
Your evil friend? At this, Elok sort of blanches a little bit, and he says, "No servant of the Holy Empire is evil, sir. But indeed, we did lose our companion along the way."
Yeah, lose or we're lost.
when you say lose, what do you mean by that?
You can see he sort of gives Isadora a look.
We have him and now he is not here. What do you not understand about word lose?
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid we got separated, and, well, I hope he's alright, but we haven't seen him for some time.
I hope he's not making trouble somewhere.
He
I don't know.
shrugs.
I guess everyone's kind of making their way over here. Like running out of room for poor Gimnus. I'll just stick him in the back. There we go. Okay, so Isadora, essentially, or I don't know if you got my message on Discord, but if you like, you can explain what happened and why, how y'all got separated.
Yes. I actually. I didn't read, but.
Gotcha. Okay, so essentially what happened was you all went into the portal, right? Y'all went through the rift to the Feydark that Meryl Suhana had created. However, we're going to retcon this just a hair. Isadora remembered at the last second that nobody had told the Paladins. And so y'all went in first, and then she took a few seconds to just turn, go let the Paladins, who were having a conversation in the courtyard, let them know that, you know, we're all going in. And then they entered a few seconds after the rest of you did, except when they arrived, nobody was there. And they have basically been wandering through the Feydark as well. So it's complete and utter happenstance that you happen to just be like walking down the road, and they're like camping near this river here. Isadora.
What an amazing coincidence.
Yeah, it is an amazing coincidence. Isadora, you have been busy since you showed up. A scientist, being the scientist and collector that you are, you have gone from the place you're familiar with to a place with vastly different materials. Things are responding completely differently. Spatial continuity is completely off. There seems to be like you've got different theories of like tectonic subversion, about like how the land could be like shifting so rapidly. Yeah, you've just been fascinated and overwhelmed and deep in your own projects, which unfortunately has been poor company for Elok.
If this were true, then they probably haven't gone past a mile of wherever they entered the Feydark at. Like, if all this knowledge is her consumption, then it's mostly just studying everything around her, and she probably doesn't move much, and it's just like making notes and watching, and you have to wait 3 days, and then moving over here and 10 feet here, so they're probably close to wherever they came in.
Right. I would say that a constant stream of deadly and often bad experiences has led y'all to essentially be constantly on the lookout for shelter. And yourselves, like the Mothrin, have noted a structure in the distance which appears to be constant despite the world changing around it. And so y'all are currently making your way there as well. And I wouldn't even really say that there's a road here, because that would... There's not going to be a road out in the middle of nowhere, you know what I mean? It's just the path y'all are taking.
Did y'all run into a flock of laughing locusts by any chance?
Did y'all?
Isadora looks over at Elok. Little bunch of flying things, but were any of them laughing? Tell me, Tin Man. I do not remember.
Says, yes, we did see such a batch of creatures. However, they were far from us. Fortunately, they were no concern.
Turning to Gymnus, would this help you? If they came in through the portal and didn't get hit by the bugs, would that help you identify where we are?
Well, likely not, given that the geography shifts so drastically.
They could have come from any point. How long have you? Or I guess they've been here. They said a few seconds after. Well, yeah. So Gimnus is gonna ask, how long have you been here? Asking Elok and Isadora. I'd say it's been like a few days, but a fraction of the time that they've been here.
Isadora's gonna flip through her like hundreds of pages of notes and be like, and yeah, I don't know how long, but however long they were.
Okay, yeah, they've been here for a little while, but not as long as y'all.
Okay.
Elok's sort of eyeballing Gimnis, who is just like spoken out loud, and is certainly eyeballing the farmer, and glancing over at Luthien, who I imagine is sort of sizing up Isadora and Elok as well. He's going to say, "I see you found yourself some new companions."
Luthien's gonna ask if he's from the mortal realm as well. The same realm as the others.
Very surprised at this question, Elok is going to say, "Yes, I'm a mortal. Are you not?"
I'm a local, as you want to simplify it.
Interesting. Very well. Well, this is good news. At least we're safer together.
Pointing over at the farmer. And this is our good buddy. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am just a simple farmer. Nothing to see here. I feel like we could be companions and trust each other implicitly.
Oh my god.
They're really cool. I trust them with my life.
I love Fife.
Oh my god.
I love the farmer.
This is going to sketch out Elok a shitload. Are you evil by chance, farmer?
Well,
You
what
could
makes
just
you
ask
ask
somebody
that?
Is your alignment evil aligned by chance?
He's not a great guy.
Listen, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, his tone kind of gives it away. He's certainly not good.
Okay, Elok is going to note this and sort of say nothing for the time being. So you didn't speak at all, you just suddenly like spoke out into everyone's minds, right?
Right.
Okay.
he says, "Yes, I'm sure that's nothing to be alarmed about. I'm glad the two of you get along as well as you do." He's gonna sort of like, you see his eyes venture over to you, Cruel.
Mm-hmm. I give a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
He sort of cocks an eyebrow, but okay. Very well. So, is everyone going to venture together then? Isadora,
yeah.
you can certainly make more than a few crafting checks because you've been pretty busy.
How many?
Let's see. Go ahead and make like 8 crafting checks. And just let me know what you want to be working on. Okay, so everyone's sort of regrouping and moving on from this point.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. So let me include these. So as you make your way towards this structure, you are going to find it. Put y'all down here as well. So you certainly don't have to approach it right at the front door like I have you, but I'm basically just stuck y'all at the bottom. But essentially, viewing this distance from afar, it appears to be some sort of stone structure which is built into this large standing like tree trunk. The stone itself is sort of woven into the wood. Whatever made this structure seems to have made it a long time ago. There are these giants who have sort of taken up residence here. it does look as though it would be dangerous to just walk right up to. However, that doesn't really mean it's... let me think for a second. Your previous experience with these giants were that the giants were hostile when they sort of came upon the scene of all of you guys in conflict with one another, hoping to get some easy lunch. But there it is. You come upon this structure. You finally arrived. It's taken longer than you expected. You've noticed that gauging from how far you are from where this structure is, it does appear that it has taken you longer to get here than it should have. You would, for example, make several days of travel, and you would notice that it's still kind of in the distance. However, as you continuously approach this structure, you are eventually going to reach it. So, all of this being said, how do you wish to approach this situation?
Quick question, DM. If the group is traveling with me at the moment, would we be making normal pace?
Ooh.
Ranger.
No. I would have to reference it. Is it that you move at twice the normal pace, and you move at normal pace when you're sneaking?
No. It's just Ranger, and at the moment, this is my favorite terrain.
Yes. Oh, that's right. And you can't become lost by magical. Is it magical or non-magical means? I don't quite recall.
Magical means.
Either way, for the moment, this is your favorite terrain, and you cannot become lost. So you are able to... True, okay.
Ooh.
So, Echo, I would say that as you're navigating, and Fife would be able to appreciate, these things that you're sort of pointing out, you're actually able to sort of point out how the land is adjusting, and you realize the structure is actually not moving and getting further away. It's that the land between you and the structure is extending and moving about,
Oh, tricky.
So, yes, you're able to navigate the group here. You guys are also all able... Oh, shit, wait. Yeah, okay, everyone's here. You're also able to, set up camp near here. You certainly don't need to, charge right in. This is just the map I had you on so y'all could get a good look at this structure. You do see that there are not just, a few of these giants, but there are a shitload of giants. This is, a tribe that has kind of taken up here. You see warriors among them, and you see entities which are also not warriors, but appear to be young giantlings and such.
Would Isadora recognize the tribe or know any information on about their clan or whatever?
No, not here. In another plane. Everything around you is pretty much new here. However, Luthien and Echo can both make me nature checks.
Is there a back way, path up this mountain, even if it's treacherous?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. There's the easily defensible main entrance, but there's plenty of routes. If y'all wanted to climb or something like that, you certainly could. Or, oh my god, I know exactly what you're talking about. Because Isadora is fucking... Right.
Yeah, I was gonna go scout.
Yeah, okay. You could totally do that, Isadora. If that's what you're wanting to do.
Could we... Is there something over here for us to check? Do you see my marker?
Yeah, let's get a good look at whatever the heck that thing is over there.
It looks like there's a tunnel system underneath this thing.
Yeah, it does. I can kind of vaguely see what appears to be an arched frame right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say generally speaking, there are several tunnel systems that move through here. You were going to see these creatures walking pretty openly in and out of all of these entrances. This place is very used. This is a civilization. Not a full-blown civilization, but they're like entities living here, I should say. So it's like they're not necessarily posted up, but like they're going in and out, you know, that kind of thing.
I could do some little sneaky looky if you would like to leave.
Would you like to start?
I'm a big fan of sneaky looky. What you thinking about?
Well, I was just going to walk over and check it out, see with my eyes what is there, how many there are, and stuff like that.
Hell yeah! If you need my help, I'm totally down for it.
She scans you over and then looks at the wall and then looks down herself, and she's like, I appreciate your help, buddy, but this thing I know to do best alone.
Cool, no problem.
Fife's sharp hooves. Okay, so yeah, Isadora.
Have a good stealth rating.
Isadora, make me a stealth check.
Sorry. Oh no.
Oh shit, did she roll it already? Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, Isadora, I will say, as you are trying to sort of like make your way up like one of these routes, something like that, which is very easy for you, you can simply just walk right up to it. Let me think though, because you can just very easily just walk right up an otherwise impossible surface.
Yeah, I'm just trying
looking at the way that this structure is created, particularly if you're going up a back way and one that's like not easily accessed, or you're like straight up like doing one of these things where you're just like walking upside down and like underneath this backside of the structure here. And the rest of you, or actually, do you step away pretty far for this, or like out of sight from them?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
I mean, like, if there's a path that leads me that way and out of sight, then sure, but whatever, like, the quickest, sneakiest route is up.
Sure, so I'll just say, like, the rest of you, as you're kind of off, y'all will see that Isadora, without really doing anything, is able to just, at will, walk up walls. And Isadora, I will give you that stealth at advantage because you specifically described doing it like a difficult and a way that likely would not be approached normally. So having played that up, you're able to get a closer look at what's actually going on here in this this encampment. It appears that this is like a full-blown settlement. There are Fomorians which come and go. There appear to be warriors among them. There are also what appear to be craftsmen amongst them.
Is there like a jug of ale that is maybe communally drank out of?
You will notice that a lot of these Fomorians carry around this like kind of unusual looking drinking horn with like various like corked pour spouts on it. As far as like a communal
You know, like a keg of beer or something, or like a...
You know what, sure. I'll say there's like a large version of one of these things that also has like a bunch of corks in it. But when you come across this massive thing, it's like a gourd. It's like a drinking, I would say it's like the size of a keg, pretty much. But something one of these could easily just lift up and drink out of.
How far away would you say this is?
Ooh, let's see. It sounds like you're wanting to go into like a little bit more of their domestic areas. So let's start with this. Whereabouts would you be interested in going, assuming this is like a settlement of some kind? If you're looking for some kind of drinking gourd, where would you find such a thing?
Probably something, you know, like I don't know what their traditional tavern like community center would be, but honestly, any drinking thing, because you know how I have that bovine shit. I kind of wanted to just poison their water and drink and put that magical
I see.
mutation shit in their alcohol and just walk away.
Okay. So we'll say this. You are able to see very clearly that there appears to be some sort of like grand hall at the very top of all of this. It's more heavily guarded. It'll be a little bit harder to get to. There are various other like little tunnel entrances here. Excuse me. And wandering into one of those, you will find that there are imagine like you're in somebody's house, but like 14 people live there. And so it's almost like this big circular kind of stone room. And there's things sort of strewn about in a circle around like a center, like kind of campfire situation. I'm almost thinking of like a Nordic drinking house.
Yeah.
Or mead house, I think they're called. So as you approach this gourd, which is easily, I said about a keg, this is probably about as big as yourself, you will notice multiple corked spouts all about it. And you're trying to poison it somehow?
I have 2 charges of bovine essence.
A bovine essence.
I gave it to those rabbits, remember? And I'm trying to mutate people and transform them into minotaurs and like cows and shit.
Oh my god, okay, yes. I recall this, okay. So you're wanting to dump like distilled bovine essence into this drinking gourd?
Correct, to see if maybe any of them will drink it and be affected by it and transform.
Okay.
Mostly it's just to cause a distraction for us later, you know? So like they have less to fight, but...
Okay.
But I could also just ponder this and wait, now that I know where it is, go back to the group and tell them what I see and let them know that that's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah, it's up to you. You can do either. You can easily try and just like open one of these pour spouts if you wish, or you could go back to the group. At this point, I would say there's like crawling across the ceiling and such, like hiding in unusual places. You're able to sort of get in and out. There's not a whole lot of them around at the moment, but you probably shouldn't linger for too long.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go back with my knowledge.
Okay. So you return to the group. Whoop. I'll sort of move you back down.
Oh, what did you see? What did you find out? How many are there?
Well, I think a bunch live here, but it is pretty packed, pretty dense. I do not think we will be walking anytime soon through there, but I have an idea.
What's the idea?
I think we turn them into cows.
I'm always down for turning people into cows.
Yes.
How do we accomplish this?
I almost had Acacia. Isadora is gonna pull out like a long cylindrical vial of glass. It's kind of like it looks like maybe smoke just captured in a little bit of glass with like a slightly blue color. She swirls around and goes, "This is the essence of bovine. Whoever has this will hopefully transform into maybe a minotaur, maybe a baby calf.
Hopefully? Also Minotaur?
Definitely something will happen."
I feel like... Okay, listen. I really, really like the idea, but how sure are you on the Minotaur versus baby cow thing? Because I know I can handle a baby cow. but a minotaur sounds like it might be even more of a problem.
Yes, I don't know if Minotaur is better than Fomorian. You know?
Eh,
With 100% confidence, she just repeats, "Something definitely will happen."
I do like when
three-
things happen.
Last three subjects were less than ideal, let's say.
Who were the last three subjects?
Isadora just kind of kicks the dirt in front of her a little bit and goes, "Oh, just these rabbits. Nothing to worry about. They will have been
Oh.
food for Mama Bear later."
Huh? What? But like, but like, what? Sorry. Like, what happened to the rabbits?
Well, let us say they did not become Minotaur, but they were
Well,
not baby calf.
hey, listen, that sounds bad in the good kind of way. So you know what? I'm here for it.
It is a learning experience. Next time will be better, duh.
Mm-hmm.
It could
I'm
go really well.
100% on board. Now.
Nice.
I propose next subjects be, and she looks up, those giants, and I can poison their drinking well.
I'm just nodding along. Yeah. I'm here for it.
But we must have planned for once the chaos ensues. Why are we
Yes,
here
what
again?
is our purpose in doing this?
Does anyone have any red on them?
Red?
No.
Yeah, because, like, okay, so if they're gonna be turned into, like, bull minotaur things, right? Red.
I see.
You can, yeah.
Luthien, I would point out that your horn actually very much fits the description of what Isidore is describing, except yours is like a smaller, more personal version of it. It's also for its size, like not that heavy. Although you can clearly hear things sloshing around inside.
I just take the horn out. Oh wait, Isidore's not even anywhere near us. Never mind.
No. Isidore's come back. She's basically standing across from you. She's just told you her plan.
I pull out the alchemy jug and hand it to her.
Thank you. Is this yours? Are you giving it to me?
I found this. I have no real use for it. You seem like someone who's more interested in it than me.
Well, thank you. I will take this. Let me give you something in return.
When the time comes, I'll ask, but I have no idea right now. Also, I can barely hear you over the microphone.
Okay, I will hold on to this for you.
Okay, so this drinking horn, you guys will notice, has like a very kind of gnarly smell to it. There's like some sort of greenish film that's kind of green-brown film that's kind of caked on around the drinking part of it. But yes, Isidore, I guess Luthien is giving you this alchemy jug.
She'll definitely take it and just inspect it. And as she's inspecting it, just describe the layout that she saw with, like, you know, the amount of entrances, the different points of interest, like how many there were that she saw, etc., etc.
So Isidora, now that Luthien's actually given you one of these things and you can hold it in your hand, you're going to notice that the jug is very light for how full it sounds. You're not sure what the purpose of all these different like pour spouts could possibly be.
I'm gonna drink from one of the spouts.
Okay, so as you open one of these spouts...
Oh, this is curious. I wonder what it does.
Roll me... Oh.
Poison!
Roll me a... I think it's a D6. Might be a D8. It is an orange alchemy jug. I don't know what the significance of it being orange is. TBH.
It's full of orange juice. Is it vitamin D?
Oh my god! It It says, because it's orange, it neither produces acid nor poison, but instead can produce soy sauce. Which is very fucking random. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You say
7,
soy
8,
sauce?
9.
Is it soy sauce because of the soy sauce on the table always has the orange cap?
Does it?
Is that yeah. Not
I-
always, but it's very commonly the orange cap on the soy sauce bottle when you go to a restaurant.
Well,
That'd be pretty hilarious.
I guess that's just what it fucking says. But yeah, I guess
Sure.
roll a D9, Tosh, which you'll probably have to do in the thing. 3.
Drinking
All right.
soy sauce?
Oh wow, interesting. So what ends up pouring out of there, Tosh, is a bunch of honey. Just like a shitload of honey.
Oh. Whoa.
They have bees in
Oh,
the face.
sticky. Ugh.
Yeah, it's actually very tasty.
Did not know this could make honey. She's just gonna keep drinking from it for a little bit and then just, I guess, put it away.
Okay, yeah.
For free honey.
Cork it back up, stick it back in there. So yeah, you have an orange alchemy jug. We'll probably add some stuff to that over time, but we'll roll with those 9 options for the time being. Okay, so just to bring it all back in, is the plan that y'all are going to induce bovine lycanthropy in these Fomorians?
I'm down for all kinds of lycanthropy.
Yeah.
But
do
like,
it.
are we getting through? Are we just trying to run past all of them? Or, like, what? Because I want to
Like
know
I
what
said,
to do after.
Something. Wait, I would like to posit anything red. Do we have anything that's like a bright red? Because if we do, listen, worst case scenario, they're now all minotaurs. If King's Quest 6 taught me anything, they really like the color red, and you can trick them with that.
Cruel's robes are actually red. Like he's
Mhm.
wearing a ton of it.
But yeah, but I'm wearing it. You can't have it.
Listen,
I do not offer my clothes.
sacrifices have to be made for the team.
Yeah, Gibnus doesn't offer his sash either.
Damn. Come on. Do we have anything? Do we? No.
What-
Is there
I mean-
anything around?
Yeah,
Sorry,
y'all
what?
could just look for something red. I mean, Isadora is a craftsman. If you can find like a natural material, she may be able to make something out of it, just to like throw an idea out there. But there's all kinds of
Here.
stuff y'all could look into.
I have this red tomato. It's filled with alcohol, but I here, watch this.
Red what? Sorry.
It's a tomato. It's an alcohol.
Oh, tomato. Ooh, alcoholic tomato. Oh man, that sounds like fun.
Luthien,
Yeah,
don't you
she's-
have prestidigitation?
Yeah, I can make something red.
You could technically make something red.
Ooh.
Isadora, you have alchemical tools. That's something you would be able to do with alchemical tools.
Can I make a whole person red or just the clothes they wear?
Whatever prestidigitation says. I think you could just make objects red, but like it
Is that how-
lasts for an hour, I think.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
I'll,
So what are you making red exactly?
Let's see.
Something you
You-
don't mind, like leaving behind, discarding, or being destroyed. Like, please
Well,
don't do
five,
it to anything you want to
don't
hold on
you
to.
have something to wear or no?
I am wearing clothes. Yes.
I mean, you're a centaur. Do you need the clothes?
Yes.
Five does wear stuff over their torso.
I have some other. Yeah. I have. Yeah.
You
I have like a. Yeah.
adorn yourself with things. It looks like you're wearing some kind of like epic scarf or something.
Oh, I mean, like I have like a more. Like, I have like a sketch of what my character looks like, but I don't know. No, it's
Just
not-
unfold your bedroll and I'll turn that red.
bedroll. Yeah, sure. The thing I.
Five doesn't have
yeah.
a bedroll.
Yeah,
Oh.
no. I just have one for fun. It's there. Yeah, totally. I just.
Okay,
do I
sure.
hesitate?
It's in
Actually, no. I think I
rolls.
have a bedroll, and it's in my adventurers kit. I just never use it. That's a good pool. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, sure. So it's in the equipment that you guys stocked up on in town, because that's definitely like human equipment.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
prestidigitate the bedroll to be a bright crimson.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that works. I like this. I like this plan.
Alright, so y'all now, for the next hour, have a bright crimson bedroll. Bright
Nice.
crimson bedroll.
Catch
Say
it,
that.
motherfucker, not must.
So the farmer and Echo, are y'all also on board with this? Let's turn them into Minotaur Fomorians and see what happens. Or try to see what happens.
Down.
Okay. Alright. So this is gonna be risky. Isadora, you're going in solo again?
I suppose, but one of those wait for the signal and then, enter.
Okay, so are you going back to just like how would I just like a single like room, a single unit's room, or are you trying to go anywhere in particular? Like I think you had mentioned before, like there was this really grand path up here. However, it will be harder to enter through there as opposed to just exploring some random house somewhere.
Well, definitely someone more public, like a common room like that. Yeah, maybe the grunt hole's too difficult. Something a little less, because I want it to be public so it causes distraction.
I would say there are also like there's these craftsmen's shops. There is, and damn, I wish I had more maps for these because this will be more like interior stuff, and I'll have something ready for us next time if y'all want to like explore the interior of this place a little more.
Maybe somewhere around here.
Okay, so somewhere on like the exterior, maybe like
Or
one of these
here.
guard posts or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of those plateaus.
Okay. Look, here's what appears to be freaking jars right here, built into the map. So,
Ooh.
you are welcome to come to one of these little jars right here. Although it is a little bit more out in the open. And I will say, let me see. So there's like a bunch of these like pigs that are kind of just hanging out over here doing their thing. This is where they raise the piggies. Okay, so you are basically making your way to this center area where there is a large gourd here, and you are going to try and slip something into it. Let's go ahead and put you over here.
I'll take a, I mean, these creatures before me, is there like... I'm just gonna take a stone and I'm gonna carve a rune into it and kind of whisper into it and then throw it yonder to like kind of create a distraction so they're looking away. Like it's gonna make like an animal noise or like a large rustling noise so that they look that way and I can kind of sneak in and poison their watering hole.
Okay. So you are going to... Jeez, there's a lot of people here. Okay, so you're gonna try and throw a stone which way? And we're kind of assuming you're like...
West?
You're throwing your sound stone which way? Oh, left. Okay. Alright, roll me a stealth check as you hurl this stone kind of across the open here. That's not bad. Okay, so you throw the stone across, and then clattering over here, it makes a sheep's bah. And these fucking pigs are gonna be like, what the fuck was that? And these pigs are going to be drawn by the noise. This Fomorian, who's just sort of like sitting near this fire. I'll say this Fomorian right here is eating. It's going to just look over at the pigs, who sort of clatter about this animal sound that I just heard. It's curious, but it's like munching on something large. You see a leg kind of dangling off of whatever haunch of meat it's eating. So it's sort of sitting here. You threw it this way. For all intents and purposes, I'd say you're essentially like on the side of the cliff, like this-ish. You're just kind of down there, you know? So with this thing sort of sitting here, looking off in this direction. Okay, you're going to creep around that way? Okay.
Try to stay out of line of sight.
Alright, so no problem. So
It's shadows.
I will say you're able to easily enough sneak along to like right here. But as far as actually getting to this thing, it is kind of right in his line of sight right here because you threw the stone to the left. The pigs are going to sort of sniff around.
Can I throw another stone? That sounds like a branch snapping this direction.
A snapping branch. You're going to throw it right across his line of sight or over him or what's your plan?
Arch it over, like, but clatter in this direction.
Boo. Okay, so you're kind of hurling it off this way. Okay, roll me... Go ahead and roll me a strength check. Because you're throwing this thing pretty far at this point. By the way, if y'all shift, double click your character, it should pull up your character sheet. I was kind of miffed about that last time.
That's a good shortcut.
It is a good shortcut. It was like not working last time, and I was pretty annoyed about it, but they seem to have fixed it again.
Hmm.
Nice.
Well, couldn't figure it out, but I just typed it.
Okay. So I will say this, Isadora. As you are throwing this stone, you're not quite able to get it quite as far as you like, but you are able to get it over this guy, but it's going to land like pretty close to him, and he's going to hear like a snap of something right beside him, and at this, he's going to sort of stand up alarmed and sort of look in this direction for something strange. And the alertness will draw the attention of the pigs this way. But they do not see you yet.
Okay, this is not good. I'm gonna walk up the wall and try to get up towards the ceiling back in the darkness, because this is not good, yeah.
Okay, so you're going back or you're going up?
Up.
Up. Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Well, good news is the pigs can't fly and they can't scale vertical walls at 90-degree angles.
I've heard pigs can't look up, but I don't know how true that is. Okay, you're actually doing pretty well. So you got another stealth check. You're able to climb up here. Nobody's looking this way because there's not any way to fucking get up that high on the wall. However, if anyone were to sort of look up, you would be exposed out here. That being said, you now have a pretty good overview of like everything down here and a good bit of the Feydark. And from up here, you can actually see off in the horizon this strange flux of these trees kind of gradually like bending over sideways as they sink beneath the ground, and other trees which are sort of like emerging, already grown from beneath the earth.
I think for a minute, Isadora's gonna forget she's doing a recon and be fascinated with this phenomena and start like jotting down notes for a second.
Okay, so like kind of scribble on your recon mission.
Fascinating.
Real quick, while you're doing that, So while Isidore is out doing her scouting up there, is there anything that you guys back here in the group would like to be up to as you prepare for whatever's going to happen? Do y'all have like a backup plan or anything like that?
I have an idea. Can I take a knife? How big is my bedroll? I'd like to cut it up into a few different chunks that I can pull from my bag at like separate bits, so I can have more than one red thing to distract with.
Okay, sure. And Cruel, you actually have a tailoring kit, so you could assist with
Yeah, I'll assist with that.
sort of whatever needs to be done here. Echo the Farmer, Luthien, what are y'all up to?
I'm kind of following everyone's lead now. I prefer not to fight these things, and getting around them seems like a pretty good idea.
Okay.
How many people do we have in our group?
3, 6, 8.
8? Okay. I mean, I might... How big is a bedroll? Let me ask.
I want to say it's like 6 by 3.
Okay, and does it have the, is it like 2 layers? Like, is it like a sleeping bag? Or is it just a mat? Okay.
Yeah, I imagine it being like a mat, like a mat with a sleeping bag attached.
Okay. So, yeah, I kind of want to, like, cut it into, let's see. Yeah, like, cut it open, or rather, like, separate the 2 halves. And then, sorry, I'm trying to do like math in my head. So like, I basically want to make 6, this 2, so that's 3 times 6, so that's 4 times 6. Can I make 24 1 foot by 1.5 foot squares of red material?
Sure.
Cool.
You could totally do that.
I might be overthinking. I don't know. I'm really like putting all
awesome.
my bet into
like it.
this Minotaur situation in case. This is a backup plan, but like if we got 8 people, that's 3 little things for each person to have to just kind of hopefully get out of Dodge if need be.
I see. So, so out of curiosity, what does the farmer think as Fife hands them these 3 colored pieces of fabric?
Fife, I certainly hope it's an adult calf and not a baby calf. My morality would compel me to feel conflicted.
Oh, don't worry, farmer. If it's a baby calf, you could just like kind of ignore it. I don't think it's gonna be much problem, bud.
Oh wow, that's not the first place I went to, but you are right.
Yeah, like how violent? Well, how violent are baby calves in this world? I don't know. I'm kind of new here. I'll defer to you, the expert.
Hey.
You are a farmer, after all.
Fey baby calf.
Yet?
Mm-hmm.
How about those fey baby calves, farmer?
I'd like to know.
They could all be imposing.
How imposing?
Terribly.
Oh no. Well, as long as they're still. Hold on. How big is a baby calf that you're thinking of?
Large?
Small baby calf the size of a large baby calf? Can you like use your hand? And, like I put my hand out and I'm going like, I'm just like going at random height.
The farmer just keeps moving the goalpost. It's like really tall and really small, and then he just kind of like, kind of shrugs, and it's like up and like down a little more.
Hold on, and then I look at the farmer kind of incredulously, and I go like, "Do you know what a cow is?"
Do you know?
I have seen cows.
Mm-hmm. They're great, aren't they?
I feel okay about them.
What's your favorite noise that cows are known for making?
I interrupt this conversation. We're good. Let's get these cloths made.
Echo, roll me an insight check.
You got it. So, boop. Oh, fuck. 7. God damn it. I can never roll high on insight.
Ooh, Luthien, you roll me an insight check if you could.
Okay. Okay.
Can I roll an insight check, or am I the one being inside it?
Alright, I rolled it.
Fife, you can go ahead and roll an insight check, sure.
Hell yeah. 15.
Okay. So I will say that Luthien and Fife, the two of you, catch it. But Echo, because you're kind of looking at Cruel when it happens, you notice Cruel a little bit more. But just before Cruel was like, you know what, we're focusing on the wrong details, let's move on. Luthien and Fife, the two of you caught that when asked what sounds cows make, the farmer said, huh. Actually, Luthien, you don't have context for this, so that won't be helpful for you. So, Fife, you're the only one who could actually be like, huh, that was actually a really fucking weird answer. But you're definitely
fine.
welcome
I'm
to
totally
move on.
supportive of... Oh, sorry, what?
Oh, no, I was just saying, you're totally welcome to move on if that's what y'all wish to do. But
Oh no, I
you do
totally
catch this.
support people. I totally support people lying to pretend they know things that they don't.
Okay.
I'm like here for that.
Okay. So you kind of take the farmer to be lying, but you're just like, all right.
Yeah, I just nod like Elijah Woods and say, "Fine then." Or no, I don't say it, but you
Keep
know,
your
like when
secret,
he's
then.
fine, then keep your secrets. Like I'm just nodding like that.
God.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah.
Okay. All right. Just checking, y'all. So basically, y'all are prepping for the metamorphosis that is to come. So, panning back over to Isadora, who's sort of standing off the side of this column up here, kind of overlooking the horizon, taking some notes on the fascinating geography. How would you like to proceed from here, Isadora? Nobody's really looking up. These two Fomorians are kind of doing their thing. They're focused on the fire here. This pig is not concerned with, like, you at all. In fact, this pig doesn't have line of sight from this side of the column. These pigs are looking this way. This guy's looking this way. Actually, I should probably turn him around here.
If I just waited long enough, would they go back to doing their own thing? And like, is that the only jug I can access?
No, it's just one that happens to be there. So you're just trying to find like any drinking jug.
Yes, that I would suspect more than one person would drink from.
Okay. Well, if you're willing to go back to like a small unit, such as like a room for 14 or such,
sure.
Those would be much easier to find.
Well, I will do that then.
Okay, go ahead and roll me one more stealth check as you're kind of making your way. Making that way.
Downtown.
Okay, yeah, you're doing pretty solidly. I know I had a Jacob moment for a second there. Okay, so
Jacob moment?
yeah, you would always sing that fucking song.
What song?
Made me think of that. Every time I say Making My Way, because I say that shit all the time.
Oh,
Right,
that
he
fucking
would
song.
fucking sing
Okay,
it.
yeah. No!
Calm down.
Okay, so you're able to easily enough get to this, and you're going to open one of these pour spouts and try and put this in?
Correct.
Okay.
I'll put both of my charges in if it makes it more potent and more likely for something to happen.
I'll give you advantage if you put both your charges in
Sure.
on
and
the
she just
D100
kinda,
roll to see how successful this ends up being.
Alright, and to finish it off, she'll like elongate a fang and bite into her thumb and like seal it with her print and just mutter like incantations for alchemy in Russian.
Interesting.
Just for like success, you know, to like help it generate and like I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So you're doing a little alchemy work to sort of enhance this. Interesting. Go ahead, Isadora, and roll me alchemical tools as you incant in your native Constantin language. 17's pretty good. Okay, so you will notice, Isadora, as you're interacting with this device, because your alchemy is like semi-magical in nature as well, that this device, like the jug that you have, appears to be somewhat magical in nature. Looking into the thing that you uncork, it's full of liquid and should be like impossibly heavy for like its size. Like there's no way these things could pick up quite so easily a gourd this size, you know, if it's full of this thick, heavy-ass substance that's inside of it. Let me see what's in there.
She's muttering, like, how do they do this to herself as she witnesses it?
Okay. Yeah, so I'll say you open it up and it's like some sort of foul-smelling drink that looks like curdled milk.
She's gonna take her 2 drops of bovine essence and like you know, from like an eyedropper and like boop boop. Just
Okay. And then
like I
you
said, yeah.
seal it with your alchemy. All right, and then you're going to depart from here?
Correct.
All right.
Maybe like, fuck yeah, I have no way of making it hotter, so yeah, to make them want to drink.
Go ahead and roll me 2 D100s, and we will just fucking see how effective this ends up being. Oh, okay. Okay. 76 is pretty fucking juice. All right. So, Isadora. Let me see. Let me think for a second. Oh my god. So we're inducing fucking bovine lycanthropy on up to 14 Fomorians. Alright. Okay, so
Record.
You recording?
I am recording.
Yeah.
So I will say, as far as this change goes, were y'all how? So Isadora has essentially administered this
Bovine essence.
this poison, so to speak. Yeah, this bovine essence. What was the plan in the meantime? I would say that together, Fife and Cruel, you have been able to equip everyone with 3 sashes or pieces of red cloth. Is there anything else y'all are wanting to do in order to prepare for whatever you're trying to do? Why exactly did y'all do that?
Oh, bulls like red.
Or not the cloth, but
Bigger
poison.
picture.
Because they would be incapacitated dealing with their weird changing shit, and in all the madness, we could just like sneaky slip through.
Yeah. The red strip is just a like safety thing.
I see. And where are you going?
Through?
To where?
Into the big room at the top.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Okay, so you guys are trying to sneak in there. Okay.
I mean, like, it's already too late, but were these people friendly or no?
Huh?
They already attacked
well,
us before.
Oh yeah, well then whatever.
One ran into camp and your camp and did try and attack you. However, Isadora, wandering through their settlement, you do observe that they are intelligent and sentient.
Like I said, a little too late, but just wanted to know.
Yeah, so they definitely seem to be like a people, right? If that makes sense. However, they were hostile initially, before, when they came into camp. You guys are pretty much food to them.
So, I want to say, unbeknownst to the group, I just like dropped a rock down there. Apparently, I just like pebbles. And I'm gonna have one on my person that has a like the same symbol on it. Let's just say like a speaker looking symbol, you know.
Mm.
And she's gonna tap it and be like, all right, the cow is in the drink. It is matter of time now. Be ready.
The plan is on. Okay, so. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I necessarily have art for this. This is where I need AI to generate me a Fomorian Minotaur crossbreed.
In the meantime, I'm realizing we could have just like poisoned their water, couldn't we? Like we had poison. We could just kill them with the
You
poison.
could have gone that direction, but you opted for chaos. And so what is going to happen is it's not going to be instant, and I guess that's kind of what I was trying to suggest is for the sake of figuring out what's about to happen in a meta way, I would say this would be like an overnight process. After like the substance has been ingested and these changes begin to be initiated. So what would you all like to be doing this evening? If you're like setting up somewhere outside of the place.
Yeah, maybe get away from the
Probably
the area
shouldn't.
for the night.
Probably
Okay.
shouldn't build a fire anywhere near this place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Assumably you're not like actually right here, but I just kind of stuck y'all there so you can see what's what. So
Isadora will draw them a map of like, again, the structure she had witnessed to make it easier to visualize like what path to take and all that.
Oh,
gotcha.
cool.
All right, come on, post everybody. Give me 1 second while I grab you guys. All right, so for the evening, Isadora, you are. You said you're drawing a map of. Oh, of
The
the
compound.
interior of the structure.
Interior
Slide
crocodile alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet Mavita.
Yes, sir.
All right. Whoop. All right. So yeah, what are you all doing for your first evening fully together with everybody here, except of course for Mazoon.
Echo's gonna settle down a little bit and start making some tea.
Making some tea. Okay, heard that.
Oh,
And y'all are all free to place yourselves wherever you wish to be. Okay. Okay, so Echo, you are making tea. Luthien, what are you up to?
What am I up to? Is Fife near me?
Fife is near you, yeah.
yeah.
I'm very interested on why he looks like. Fife's a he, right?
Five's a they.
No.
They. Okay. I'm interested why they looks like that. Like more like an animal slash mortal. Because I don't know what humans are.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so like what's an Afano? Or I guess
Yeah.
you don't even make the distinction, really. What's a centaur, you know?
I don't even know that. I just know that they showed up with the rest of this big group.
It's a class 2
They look-
human.
They look
Am
different.
Am I Fae or am I Fae? No. Cruel is Fae type.
So
I'm
Fife,
technically.
you are technically Fae yourself.
So, do
But-
we not exist commonly in this Fae dark?
You do not exist in the Fae Dark. The Centaur are more a Fae Wild race, which is like daytime Fae. And
Nice.
out in like the deep wilderness of the material plane, that the Feywild plains, that sort of leaks in, and so you will get like Fey creatures sort of coming from the Feywilds into the deep material plane wilds.
Oh yeah.
And that's where your people ultimately came from.
Yeah.
So how would you explain to Luthien, like,
Yeah, I know.
what is
Luthien,
a human?
what's your inquiry?
Why do you look so different compared to the rest of these people, these creatures?
I'm not so different. I put my pants on one hoof at a time, just like everybody else. I'm not
Well, you
wearing
have a
pants
sense
at the
of
moment.
humor like they do.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Except for that
different
one, and I
stuff.
point at the farmer.
What are you talking about? That's the funniest person here. Also, I think they're from here.
Fife, I've had many adventures with centaurs.
Hell yeah.
Have I seen anything like the farmer before?
No, you have never seen anything. Well, okay, so here's the thing. And first off, I like the idea that the farmer isn't even like looking at y'all. It's just standing, staring directly ahead.
We just like whispered it. We mentioned them in conversation. They just start reacting without looking over at us.
It doesn't even look at y'all. Yeah, it just like speaks into your mind as like it can just very easily just hear what y'all are saying, right?
Wait, this thing like speaks through your mind, not to you?
Yes, the farmer never like opens its mouth. It's completely telepathic.
We have encountered something like the farmer, and we killed all of the ones we could find because they
not by choice. Someone else was twisting my arm in this scenario. I'll give you one guess as to who.
Killed all.
No, I killed most of them, but
Yeah, I
someone was
forced
not
you
going to leave until they were gone.
I would also point out that what y'all came across in regards to what looked like the farmer was nowhere near as progressed as where the farmer is at now.
Okay,
ours were dead, infested villagers.
Yeah.
No, I was sort of secretly hoping there was some kind of hive thing going on, and so the farmer had vague memories of our previous encounter with other. But yeah, that would be funny. But no,
Farmer?
I think
What do you think about that, farmer? You do. I would point out, looking at the farmer's picture here, like the inside of the farmer's chest, like is mostly gone, and like much of the farmer's head, whatever creature the farmer used to be, I see what appear to be ear holes there. Much of that is gone, and Luthien, if Fife is telling you that the farmer is from the Feywild, or rather the Feydark, it doesn't. It's hard to tell what it used to be at this point. But
yeah, I'm not gonna judge anyone for looking different though. Or looking over at Luthien.
Yeah, they say that they're. The farmer says it was a farmer somewhere.
Just a tiny, inconsequential farmer. Nothing more.
And nothing less. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise.
You're very nice, Fife. So Luthien, what do you think about this? Have you actually like learned anything about humans here?
No, I haven't. I was more inquiring about like Fife's race as opposed to the humans because he looked the most unique.
Okay. I can just answer it this way. So, like, okay, would you consider yourself a human, Luthien?
No.
But you stand on 2 feet, yeah? Well, okay. So, visually speaking, I'm assuming, do you have, hold on, I can't tell on your token. Do you have, like, elf ears, or do you have regular, like, rounded ears?
I lift my hair back and revealing 2 knife-shaped ears.
Yeah. So, like, you know, you have your weird knife ears, but, like, overall,
What did you say?
Oh, I have knife ears too. My ears are also kind of dagger-like. I have like not in that illustration, but in the drawing I have, they're more dagger-like.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know, so like we have that bit in common, but then like, gesturing downwards, the part with the hooves, there's a little different there, but then over there he's all got like 2 legs. And then I look over at the farmer at what I'm assuming. Okay, what does the farmer have going on? Like, is it just like going into the ground, kind of like a tree trunk? Like, what's going on there, farmer?
Yeah, so he's got his great axe, and he's got like the roots of the great axe like going through his arms, and then as he's standing still, like you can see fungus just like kind of burying into the ground beneath him.
Hell yeah.
Almost as if he's being like supported by it.
That's cool. Yeah, so like you've got that going on. Sometimes people just have different types of legs.
So, you don't know where you come from.
I come from the woods. Where do you come from?
I'll gladly share my history. If you
I'm
share
all
yours.
ears. Oh, yeah, I forgot most of my backstory.
You are from a village that got destroyed,
Yeah,
and then you got visions from the god that Gimnis
No, I
is
remember
from.
that. I meant like before,
Okay.
Oh, shit.
everything changed. The Fire Nation attacked, even though I don't know what actually attacked.
You were an assassin.
Yeah.
You
I don't
you were basically a hunter in your tribe, which is why you are so good at hunting and survival related stuff, and also why you're such a good archer is because you use your mobility and your insane centaur grappling and your bow to do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I haven't grappled much because we haven't had many situations where it seems beneficial, but yeah, I do have.
It is insanely powerful because of your grappler feat. So once you learn how to use that, it will be a tremendous boon to you.
Nice. But yeah, so what's your backstory, Luthien? I totally wasn't an assassin in the past time, just a hunter, not an assassin.
Do you want to be an assassin? You can be
I thought I was an assassin originally when I was writing out the.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Fife was an assassin.
Okay, yeah. So in that case,
but I like pretending I'm a hunter though. That's way funnier.
So here's what I had in mind with the Centaur tribes was that they were essentially territorial and kind of like loosely based on like early age America, in the sense that y'all would sort of like kind of have rivalries going with other tribes where they would like sneak in and like do something and y'all would get back at them. And so you could definitely be like one of the people for your tribe who were like go out and like kill a political leader while they're hunting or something like that.
Yeah. That works.
Political leader might sound kind of fancy,
thinking,
but it's essentially like a chieftain or a chieftain's son, or chieftain's probably not even the right word because they're centaurs, but
yeah. But as far as you know, I was just a hunter.
Yes.
What about you, Luthien?
Wait a second, didn't I tell the whole group my backstory?
You actually did, yes.
Okay, well, pretend I remember.
Okay, I'll refresh if you want, but I think I already did.
Alright. Oh yeah, you were like lost in the wood. Yeah. Okay, I remember.
Well, no, I mean it's more than that. There's a reason.
Yeah, because you did something that you killed your abusive master, but there was like a proper term for it. I forget it. And then instead of being killed by the lady that we were afraid, the White Queen we were afraid to be sent to, Ileani.
Isidore,
so the master
and the farmer. Isidore and the farmer both hear this.
Oh, that's right.
Luthien, go ahead.
So the master was an agent chosen by Nadeliani, like handpicked, and basically I killed one of her like best workers, and that enraged her. But because she enjoys chaos, she decided to banish me as opposed to just outright kill me, as kind of like a cruel mockery.
Let me add a little detail to that. Let me add a little detail to that. Unless you're wanting to keep that on the down low, are you?
What kind of detail are you gonna add?
Who it was that you killed and what their role within...
I'll tell you who I killed. Hold on 1 second. I'll tell you who I killed.
Because it wasn't just like a worker, it was actually somebody relatively important.
It was the Lady of Doubt that I killed.
Ooh.
And Echo, you know who the Lady of Doubt is. As Luthien says this name, there's like a glimmer of recognition from somewhere within the back of your mind. And you know that the Lady of Doubt is an archfey of the Winter Court, and a favored archfey.
Ooh, favorite archfey.
And Luthien slew this person, and no one knows how Luthien did it.
Ooh.
And Echo, you know this detail. Luthien, you don't have to necessarily mention to the others. But Echo, you would know that no one knows how Luthien did it, and that's why Luthien was left alive.
Ooh.
That's why he was left alive? Is that what he said?
Yeah,
That's why I
presumably.
wasn't killed.
It's hard
by
to
the-
know what Queen Nindeliani's logic ever really is, but presumably the reason why is because Luthien has become somewhat of a notorious celebrity for having pulled off something that was nigh impossible.
All right. I take note of this.
As far as what Luthien shares with y'all, Luthien, if you like, you can just tell them, hey, I slew the Lady of Doubt.
Oh yeah, tell them
You
that.
don't have to go any further.
But I just don't tell them how.
Right.
Hmm.
I was building a campfire. Okay.
But I also stress that I really want to get out of here. Take me with you.
The farmer. As all of this audible chatter is going on outside of you, there is, from somewhere within you, a sort of just a brief awakening, as if somebody sort of snaps to attention, right, from a daydream. And as you sort of assess your situation, standing perfectly still, right, you take in these individuals around you, and you find yourself suddenly unfamiliar with your surroundings. You don't remember walking to these woods. You don't remember these like surroundings here. You just suddenly came to, and you're standing around with all of these people here. In fact, the last thing you recall was a hard day of tilling soil. Or, no, maybe it was a hard day tending to the animals. All the same, you've just had the most surreal experience that you were working out in the fields. Or maybe walking in the woods, when you suddenly find yourself here, as if you've just awoken from some kind of hazy, disorienting dream. There's something slightly off, although you can't say for certain what, about your vision. It's as if the color is slightly faded. It doesn't appear quite correct. Surely you had some task that needed doing. It sounds right, as if there's people waiting for you somewhere. If you could just resume this thing you were supposed to do, if only you could recall what it was. You feel your cold hand clasped tightly around the hilt of something heavy, which drags behind you. Perhaps you'd been chopping wood and need to return to gather your work before going home? Perhaps you needed to return somewhere where your family waits for you. You see their silhouettes. They're just faintly out of reach. They're blurred. And it's just sort of, kind of, beginning to take form when your attention kind of snaps again to the conversation around you. And you recall with continuity how it is you came to be in this place and who these people are.
Okay.
Isadora, you have been lost in the woods for several days with Elok probably not completely taking care of Elok, but definitely making both of your lives a lot more comfortable with your alchemy. What are you up to? How's it feel to be reunited with the others here? And like, what would Isadora be working on in this strange place full of new detail and, you know, new materials?
I don't think she's developed like strong bonds yet, like humane bonds with them. So I think more so than
You don't
being
know half
like,
of them.
yeah, not so she's not really like happy to see them. It's more of like that comfort of like, I don't know, like, hold on, how do you phrase it? Like they're familiar, so it feels okay. You know, it's like like
Right.
like something that's the same in all the different, but although she is kind of half listening to them talk, like she's again probably just absorbing information. So like, you know, like gathering bits of dirt from minerals of the water and like collecting them in vials and like studying the plants and like picking them and like testing stuff and scratching at rock moss and like looking at the trees and smelling stuff and like, I don't know, taking pinches out of her bags and like sprinkling it over shit and like, I don't know. Yeah, she just looking at things as far as like minerals and compounds go.
Okay, got you. So you're working on different things. I would point out Isadora because you would kind of notice this as Luthien is igniting the fire. In fact, anybody who really pays attention would notice this at some point. The fire Luthien started is iridescent and burns in a multitude of different colors.
It is a fascinating fire. How do you do that?
How does one do that, Luthien? He would easily be able to explain to you that it was not always his gift to be able to do this. He's always been gifted with
Oh yeah, it's a
fire.
product of my environment.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were AFK or something.
No, I didn't know what you were. I didn't know that I was supposed to know that.
Oh, yes. So basically, your fire changed after you've been stuck out here for a long ass time.
Interesting. So the environment had an impact on you. She's gonna start scribbling.
When you live here for so long, it sort of grows on you.
Okay.
Maybe.
Sorry, go on.
No, she's just gonna comment. Maybe one day you too will grow into tree man over there.
I hope not.
Earlier you
There's
had
nothing wrong with Tree Man. Sorry.
Just so everyone's clear, it's definitely some kind of like weird fungus, as opposed to like vines or plants or anything like that.
Like Tree Guy is?
Yeah, tree guy isn't tree guy, he's fungus guy.
Yeah, I mean, he is totally a fun guy in my experience, so checks out.
Okay, just so long as we're all on the same page.
You too, Fife.
I make finger guns back at him.
Hey.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
Echo, as you're sort of pondering on your situation, looking at this unusual cast of characters around you, pretty much all of whom are strangers, you are far from home. You are way off what your original mission was sent to to do, which was essentially just to gather reconnaissance, or rather perform reconnaissance and gather information. And given the situation that had developed in Phandalin, where it got so bad that the place was basically all the innocents were most likely going to be wiped out unless something was done about it, you have sort of bravely ventured into this strange place with a group of strangers. For what? To help everyone? Or a sense of duty? I'm curious.
That's a good question, actually. I think they're trying to figure that out themselves at the moment.
Yeah, no. Okay, so Echo,
Yeah.
as you're sort of figuring out how the hell you ended up in this crazy situation, you're wondering and you're questioning, like, what am I even here for? Do you care if, like, the people of Phandalin were to get, like, wiped out? Does that matter to you?
I think it mattered to me because the people of Phandalin included the target I was supposed to study. So that's the reason why it mattered to me, because of one individual.
Interesting. So this is sort of like a single job that has kind of spiraled out of hand.
Yeah, that's a good way to phrase it.
And so you're kind of sitting here thinking about, the place you left behind. Luthien clearly wants out of this place. The farmer seems to be going somewhere as well. And there's no doubt that, the other party members would like to return to the material plane. But there's not really a clear way to do it. And it's totally okay for Echo to just be kind of lost and kind of wondering, like, what's the next move and how did all of this happen?
I think they are kind of lost, and at the moment they're thinking, okay, what's the most basic thing I need? And their first thought is, well, an ally.
Echo, can you make me a Constitution save?
Ooh, yeah, sure. It in. Oh, nat one.
Oh,
Shit.
Echo. Oh no.
What?
Okay, Echo, here's what happens. You suddenly feel tremendously sick. And you stand abruptly.
Oh no.
Alright, oh shit.
Oh no. Oh no.
Echo, you suddenly feel the sense that you're about to be ill.
Oh fuck.
What would you like to do?
Run away.
Okay.
Wait, no.
I will leap my full distance away from the group.
Oh shit, really?
I look over at the sudden move that just occurred, like, huh?
So Echo abruptly stands upright. Echo, if you're doing the full leap, you will have to, like, drop a little bit into
Do
the
I
proper
notice
stance.
like what Echo's about to do?
Ooh. It happens pretty quickly. Echo, roll me or tell me, are you wanting to do your full leap? Where you, like, kind of drop and springboard out of there, or are you just, like, bolting for it? Because one is a weirder action than the other.
Yeah. I was just planning on springboarding out of there.
Okay, no sweat. So,
Will I be able to, like, see it coming though? Like,
roll me insight, Luthien.
okay.
Oh my god, fuck.
Hold on. Let's see. Oh shit. 8 is pretty bad.
Okay, so no, you're actually kind kind of engaged with in conversation
Okay.
with like Isidore at the time, when Echo abruptly stands up, drops, and then like in a like spiraling horizontal like missile-like fashion, springboards out into the wilderness and vanishes from sight momentarily. Okay. Let me see real quick. I haven't done this in a while, but there's a way to do. I'm going to momentarily move only you back to another map, Ray.
Okay.
Let's jump in the whisper chat, and the recording will grab it.
Okay.
All right, y'all have fun. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Whisper.
Okay, I'm gonna temporarily move us back here, but essentially, you're in somewhere different. So, Echo, what happens here? Let me just like frame the shot. I'll just say you're up here. So, Echo, you manage to get far enough away before kind of collapsing on your knees when you can't hold it any longer, and you are going to vomit up a slime-covered and twitching Sir Innovern.
Oh my god.
Who is gasping and shaking in shock on the ground.
I tried to. I plunged my dagger into him. I don't know what to do. Oh no.
Oh, you're just gonna kill him? You don't have to, but...
Oh, okay.
But...
Well,
what...
can I just try and eat him again? Get him back in there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh god, okay. It's not gonna be great, but let's see what you got, Innovern. Oh, no, he's in a rough spot. He's like... He's not feeling good. He's still, like, kind of coming out of his stasis, you know? He was able to kind of resist and push out.
It's a tough job getting him back in, even though he did.
Oh, God.
I rolled at 4.
Okay, Echo, so reaching forward, your like gloved gauntlets kind of extend, and your clothing, you know, kind of your arms extend past out your clothing as you kind of your gloved hands reach around and grab Sir Innovern around the waist, and dropping to your knees, your mouth opens wide as you begin to slide the insectoid back into your maw.
Yep.
And once he is safely secured back inside your gullet again, there is instantly like a surge as his knowledge base sort of reconnects with your mind.
Okay, and I think he'll also take like D6 acid.
Yeah, he'll like gradually take acid damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whew.
All right.
I kind of shake it off real quick. I kind of settle myself.
Dab your mouth.
And I will leap back to the group if I feel okay.
Okay, you drop and woo, you're right there. All right, so let's move you back over.
Okay.
Like, I played it like on 5 different platforms at this point, probably.
I've been playing it for the first time over the past year, and it still holds up real good.
It's
When I had it for GameCube, there was a fucking fight that I couldn't get past for the longest time. It was like a room, and it had 2 rocket launcher zombies sitting at the top.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Fucking like launch their shit at you right as the fight started.
Okay.
I think. Oh, sorry.
All good, all good. So, what's going to happen is Echo is going to sort of emerge out from the darkness after just being gone for maybe like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
I see them come back and it's go, nature calls?
Oh, yes, sometimes it just hits you and you've got to go. I didn't want to have any of you be witness to that.
Yeah, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I get it.
Exactly.
Were you poisoned? Are you feeling sick?
No, I feel fine now. I think I'm all right. I think I just maybe ate something bad. I'm not sure.
Sorry, I'm laughing. My character doesn't know about that, but that's very funny.
It's good, yeah.
Okay.
Echo will busy themselves with like handing out tea. Now that probably my tea is probably ready by now.
Okay, sure.
Just offer tea to everybody.
Do you give tea to the farmer out of curiosity?
I will offer it, yeah.
What
Do I
do
have a
with it?
mouth?
You do have a mouth.
I
It's
do.
technically there, yeah.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Okay. Interesting. So, farmer, I imagine what happens is you open your anybody who is watching will see as the farmer sort of pauses, and then there's this very strange like twitching of its lip muscles, which are kind of being moved for the first time in a while, and it opens this ghastly mouth, which quite honestly looks pretty disgusting, and you guys can actually see like growths kind of coming up out of the throat and running into the roof of the mouth. And the farmer, you take the hot liquid and you dump all of it directly into like this pouch, but your throat is like so overgrown at this point that the hot liquid, which doesn't bother you, just sort of sits in this pouch.
Well, as long as it's not bothering me.
It's not bugging you, yeah, but Echo, or I guess, I don't know if you're just sitting there watching this strange process, but the farmer does not swallow it. The tea simply sits in its mouth.
Well, I guess as long as he's enjoying it in some fashion.
That's right. Everyone's having a good time.
I mean, like,
Okay. Is there anything anybody would like to work on or do for the remainder of the evening?
I want to finish my parachute.
Ooh. Did you finish your parachute already? I feel like you
No, I
did.
think I had one more on it. Or if I finished it, then fine. Cool.
I think you had one more on it like a session or two ago.
Oh, okay.
So I
Then
think-
I'm gonna start on the disguise kit.
Oh, nice. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So what exactly are you doing with this disguise kit? You basically have like the plating, the I always fuck up this word. Chitin, is that it?
Chitin.
I want to be able to make a disguise where
Chitin?
I could realistically pass without close inspection as a moth person.
As a moth person. Okay.
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 Or actually, it is chitin. I've been hearing chitin all my life.
I used to say chitin, and then I heard someone say chitin, because I played Morrowind back in the day, and I just picked that up. But anyway, so Cruel, as you're doing this, right? Gimnis is going to at some point just kind of approach you, and going to say,
Master Cruel, if I may inquire, what exactly are you doing?
I'm making a disguise. What does it look like I'm doing?
Interesting. So, what are you attempting to disguise yourself as?
One of those guards we killed, soldiers we killed.
there is like a pause, and then Gimna says,
So you're going to wear that?
Is there a problem? You should spit it out.
No, I don't
No,
wish to
let me
offend.
speak your mind. Speak your mind. Say
No,
it.
no, I don't wish to offend, Master Quill. It's nothing at all. I'm simply ignorant of your mortal ways. Forgive me. Please don't mind my inquiry.
All right.
I'm overhearing this because I'm sitting there though. Can I ask a question of Gymnast?
Sure.
So I have a vague understanding of why the farmer might be calling us mortals, but why are you calling us mortals, Gymnast? Do you live forever?
Well, nothing around here really ever ends up living forever, but the reason that we call you mortals is because we do not age, and I do believe it is the way of your kind to do so.
Makes sense.
We don't necessarily require food, although we certainly enjoy it. But simply being here is enough, generally, to keep one of us alive.
So, will we ever die if we stay here?
Are we affected by that?
In truth, I really don't know.
Yeah, so maybe we're immortal too while we're here. So maybe we're not mortals, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're of the mortal plane, so, like, I get referring to us as mortals, so just the catch-all for not of here.
Make me an insight check. Anyone who's listening to this conversation.
5.
5, okay.
21.
Wow.
21, 24, okay.
20. Holy.
So, Fife, you don't really notice it because you sort of just do it out of habit. But Cruel, even when Fife was complaining to the Mothrin Knights about wanting to take a break, wanting to like have something to eat and so on and so forth, they got you all food, but you've never actually been hungry now that you think about it, Cruel. In fact, come to think of it, you haven't eaten all day and you're really not hungry now.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
So you come to this private realization, but Gymnast is going to continue and say,
Yes, essentially I'm a complete stranger to your kind. I have no idea what to expect from you mortals. I'm just simply here to do my job and move along.
Understandable.
Do I know which direction that Isadora like hopped off to?
ooh.
Not
Echo?
Isadora, Echo, sorry.
I mean, yeah, all of y'all saw Echo go, like, that way, whichever direction that was.
I'm going to stand up and say, I need to excuse myself. And walk off in that direction.
Okay. Alright. Okay, sure.
And
so you do that?
I'm gonna walk until I find, like, how far did they jump with their thing? Like, how far can I really tell?
So here's the thing. Given that it's, like, generally night, even though you can see, at a certain point, Echo had just sort of, like, vanished beyond, like, the distance of your vision. It's hard to know for certain. Ooh, actually, you know what? Roll me. This would technically be survival to track.
Oh, I didn't make a button for that. 1 second.
You can shift double click your character to pull it up quickly.
Oh, that's right. Alright, survival.
Ooh, I wonder what this is gonna be.
Oh my god, my rolls are bad.
Okay, so here's the thing, Luthien. You've been living out in the Feydark wilderness for quite some time. And you are accustomed to things that fly, that teleport, and it can be very difficult to track. However, what's unusual about Echo that you haven't seen the other mortals do is Echo is able to like sort of leap about, and it's very hard to track Echo because you will find a set of tracks and then nothing for like 45 feet, and then you'll find like a single footprint, and it's very difficult to like actually figure out where Echo was off to. But wherever they went very quickly. But when you can jump like that, it ain't that hard.
Well, I mean, how about this? I'll go like 100 feet out to see what I can find.
Okay. I'll say with an 8 survival, you are able to see from Echo's tracks that wherever they went, they were leaping. However, you would not be able to locate the actual site. Is there anything in
Do I smell anything in the air?
Make me a perception check.
Nope.
Nope. Feel free to use your own dice. You are having some tough rolls tonight, except for that crit right there. I don't know. But you get a good old whiff of that Fey Dark air, and it's rich with the smell of earthy plant life, fungus. I would say, generally speaking, the Fey Dark actually smells kind of nice, kind of alluring.
Well, I can only assume what had happened and just go back, like return to the group.
Yeah, they said they weren't feeling well, but they seem to have gotten it together.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to do tonight? Around this campfire?
Yes. Echo's gonna kind of shift on over to Isadora and say, long time no see. It's good to see you here.
I suppose so. Friendly face is good indeed.
Yes. I happen to, I have some things for you that you might find interesting. I was wondering if you would be interested in a trade.
What is this that you have?
Oh, well. Echo pulls out of their pocket. Inventory. Cool. Echo pulls out of their pocket. Shit, where did it go? Oh yeah, this milk bottle, and it has this glowing poisonous Fey Dark root, and I hand that over to her. I also pull out this pristine ogre horn, and I hand that over to her. And then I say, I'm wondering if in trade for these, you might be able to whip me up some of those health potions that you can do.
For these, I think it will be easy. Da, хорошо.
Oh, wonderful.
Give me tomorrow. I will give you these potions. I think it is maybe a little late tonight.
No problem. That's all Echo wanted to do.
Yeah, she's gonna inspect them and just kind of hum happily, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you got your projects going. Okay. So, returning to this place the next day, I would say that generally speaking, there is a great deal of commotion. Let me see if we can change this music just a hair. Let's go for... These are a little bit too... been tricky finding Fae music. Let's just do this and we'll like, kind of mellow it out a little bit. Okay. So, returning to this place, there does appear to be a good amount of commotion. Whatever is going on, which you all can quite imagine, it appears to have drawn like the grand majority of the inhabitants of this settlement to the interior of the building at the very top. From the outside, you can even see that there are others who are sort of crowding to kind of look through the door, you know, to kind of see whatever's happening in there. While there are still pigs about, they are pretty much doing their thing. Almost every Fomorian in the tribe is engaged with what is going on. And it seems that whatever is happening in there, it didn't like just happen, but like rather they've been looking into it like all day. So when I say that, I basically mean like it's not like everyone's just rushing off into here when y'all happen to walk up. It's that like when you get here, you can see they're already all up here trying to figure something out. And while there are plenty of pigs about, there really are no Fomorians walking around here at the time being. This is a really big deal, whatever's going on.
I say we wait till they all go in there. I'm hearing an echo. Is that you, Hunter?
Nope, it's not, but it's resolved.
Oh. I say we wait until they go all in there, close the door, and then like start fires near the entrance and like just have them die from smoke.
I think it's probably a bad idea to set fire in this forest.
It's the worst that could happen.
A lot of bad things could happen.
Isadora kind of just gives a little bit of a wicked grin and be like, "Oh, I told you something would happen. Let me go check." And she'll try to sneak a little closer.
Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so go ahead and roll me a stealth check. It'll be pretty easy to get to like a distance from this door. It will be much harder to get in there. So yeah, if you're just trying to like kind of approach it from the outside and just kind of get a better look at what's going in there, these giants are so big and there's like so many of them that it would, with a 15, I would say you would not be able to get in there with them all sort of crowding around. But
I can't like hear anything though, or like discern what's happening.
I would say you hear what sounds like a great deal of discussion in a language you are not familiar with. And these giants who are on the outside, you're close enough to see, are very curious. They're sort of craning their necks, trying to see, trying to get a glimpse of what's actually occurring in this space. It appears to have drawn really the whole populace is kind of debating what to do about what has happened. You have a general good idea of what has occurred.
Though I cannot understand the language, am I close enough to like hear it well? Like, were it in common, would I be able to understand the conversation?
I feel like it would be as hard to hear a particular conversation as it would to like pick out a conversation standing in like a. So essentially, what? Or actually, let me just do this. I'll kind of give you a peek at what you can see looking into this hallway, to some extent. there are a great deal of these Fomorians, and they're all sort of crammed in here, trying to get the best look they can. Like, make this guy huge, right? And he's like down here. And they're all, you know, trying to get a peek. Wish I had like PNG versions of this, but oh well. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Is looking into here, it's hard to make out what precisely is being said. You are able to hear sort of booming out through the entrance of this place that there are a multitude of voices who appear to be having a discussion and attempting to come to an agreement about something.
Would Isadora recognize the language even if she doesn't understand it?
I would say that...
I also do have comprehend languages. That's why I was asking.
Ooh, oh, you do? Okay. Well, if you have comprehend languages, that is a completely different deal.
Yeah. When we leveled, I took a dip in wizard.
Okay. So here's the deal. It's hard. Roll me perception in that case to actually hear. Ooh, that's pretty fucking good. Okay, so here's what's happening, Tosh. You're not able to hear a whole lot of it, but you can tell, sort of listening to what some of these Fomorians are saying to each other outside the cave. It appears as though like a kind of like new let me think of how to phrase what I'm about to say. There are suddenly these like monstrous Fomorians, and they're trying to figure out what it means for them. And when I say monstrous, I mean like they're really big.
Oh. Oh shit.
They're really big and they're a little different. But like the details you wouldn't be able to necessarily discern.
And less hostile, right?
She's gonna sneak back to tell the group what she's discovered.
Okay. So Isadora makes her way back down to here, which I'll just move you all kind of off the front path because assumably you aren't all just hanging out there. So we are back down here again. Isadora comes back, fills you all in. There's some kind of discussion happening about some new kinds of Fomorians.
Does Isadora tell us all the details, like that they're large?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's not a whole lot of detail that she has other than that.
Well, I'm sure no one is to blame, so it's not a big deal. Should we
Well, I wasn't planning on fighting Fomorians that were bigger, but we could turn this to our advantage if we can turn them against each other.
Do you think they hate the color red?
I don't know. There's no saying.
By the way, at this point, the red color has faded.
Worn off, but they could cast it again.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Now it's in 24 feet.
Luthien.
What?
If I, like, reattach them all... No.
we could deal with their animals while they're gone. Maybe that would get them to leave. If they had no boars left.
That's true. There is like a large kind of like boar arena thing over here where they're residing.
Isadora, did you happen to see an area where the boar drink from?
We're gonna try it again.
I do have some components up my sleeve that we could use against them.
What components?
Some powerful ones.
Nice. I like powerful things.
Powerful ones.
Well, I put it in one of their home drinks, and it took a little over the night for it to kick in.
Right, but was there a place where the animals were drinking from, or was it...
Well, they were just roaming around like orphan children after post-Soviet war.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, there was Soviet War?
Different one.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Right. Hmm.
They were. She didn't. I don't really know if she noticed that. They were just kind of walking around, you know.
Okay. Okay. Right, well, if we could figure out where they drink from, we could get the animals, kill those off. This could just be a war of attrition, you know. Slow attack.
Y'all are hellbent on annihilating these Fomorians. Huh?
I don't know why.
Why
Yeah,
are
I
y'all-
don't know what
Why
we're
do
doing.
you want to kill them?
Yeah.
I didn't really think this through.
No, the only reason, let me just like remind you guys, the only reason the knights wanted to come here was to get their bearings.
Oh.
And
Yeah, they didn't want to capture it.
y'all were like attacked by like a hunting scout, right? Who was like out there with a boar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know if y'all have a great reason to be wanting to kill these things other than to like explore the structure further.
I thought we were trying to get around it or get by
Yeah.
it, not trying to like waste them all. But
I don't think y'all ever talked about what your actual
Well,
goals
wait,
were.
hold on. Gymnast.
It was just understood.
Gymnast,
Wait.
what are we doing here, Gymnast?
Gymnast, hold on. You haven't spoken up this whole time. I just remembered what your entire purpose was.
was this
The
Gymnast's
guy-
idea?
Okay, so Gymnast, we're no longer lost, right? We know where we are, right?
Well,
Do you know how to get us where you were trying to take us before the Moth and company showed up?
Is Gymnast trying to get us killed?
Gymnast is going.
Gymnast.
Gymnast is going to say,
well, really what I was trying to do was find somewhere we could sort of call for help, but be found. So when I saw that this structure really wasn't going anywhere, I figured maybe this would be the best place since, well, we really don't have any other options. But I wasn't expecting this.
sort of gesturing over to, you know, the boars and the giants up the way.
How are you imagining you would call for help from this place? Do you have some sort of power or something?
Have you been holding out on us? Gymnast?
Well, I don't have a whole lot of ways that I can
I think I might
call
be
out
able
to Metzenvaki.
Go on, Isadora.
I think I do not know your ways, but when we were down in the caves, we came across an oscillating amethyst. I think if you gave me enough time, I could replicate a similar frequency, which might amplify your call, if you will. Essentially, she's gonna recreate like an antenna and
Right.
boost the signal.
Do I know who Metzenvaki is? I forgot.
Ooh, Luthien. Ooh, that's a good question. Does Luthien know who Metzenvaki is?
Well, what is Metzenvaki?
So what Metzenvaki is essentially a tree deity belonging to the Feywilds, or residing in the Feywilds, but it's essentially like a nature elemental.
Okay.
As far as I guess that would depend on how much Luthien knows about entities on other planes.
No, he probably doesn't know shit about that.
Okay. Echo, it's very unlikely you would have ever been familiarized with this as well.
That's fine.
So, Givness is going to say,
Well, the only thing I really had in mind was I was going to try and find a way for him to find us.
and Gimnus sort of points up at the sky, and he says,
There's one thing I can do, but it's so high profile, it would have been far too risky to have done with the Knights. Even still, there's a chance that, well, they could find us before Metzenvaki does, but if we put a beacon out, it's better than nothing.
Won't the Fomorians notice if we put up a big beacon?
I seem a little preoccupied at the moment, though.
Well, the Fomorians won't necessarily know it's us. We don't necessarily have to interact with the Fomorians.
essentially what Gimnus is proposing, to sort of spell it out here, is Gimnus, is anyone familiar with the Skywrite spell?
Nope.
Gimnus is going to shape all of the clouds in the sky into a big SOS, essentially, and then hope that Metzenvaki shows up before the Winter Court does.
So, it's,
Yeah.
what percentages are we talking here?
Well, admittedly,
You
it's
just, like, wait and hide?
not foolproof, but I'm afraid we're terribly off course, and I'm not quite sure the way back at this point.
Well, if we're staying, then Isadora is gonna take the time to study these people so she can like find a weakness or a diet or another way to. At this point, they're just gonna become experiments. If they're waiting,
Who is going to become experiments?
the Fomorians.
Oh, the Fomorians. Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna study them in their environment and then like introduce foreign things and see what happens.
Yeah, if you like. You can definitely experiment on them. Y'all can hang out here for a while. The thing is, even if you draw something to this area, there's no guarantee they will necessarily find you, you know. They may find the Fomorians, but your group is relatively small. It's just that you're setting out a huge AoE beacon that everybody can see.
Is there a way to like alter it so like specific targets can see it, or maybe like a certain, I don't know,
Well,
like using gamma rays instead of X-rays type of thing.
We could hide in the Fomorian village so that if the Winter Court does arrive, they won't be able to get to us.
I mean, I could maybe study a spell to transform us temporarily into Fomorians. ...
yeah, so y'all have a bunch of options.
They might have like a hole in their, we could be like rats in their floorboards.
We live in their walls, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's like the borrowers. Oh
And
my
experiment on them. I'm curious as to what kind of monsters I've created.
God. Yeah.
Do we want to try and go into one of these houses?
So is that what y'all want to do? Y'all want to like venture into the structure and take up residence, or shelter, I should say, there while you call for help?
Yeah. And if the Winter Court shows up, we just let them like fight the things if they want to.
Yup.
Yeah, and then we kill them.
Exactly.
Winter Court. We murder them.
Oh my God. People are vicious. Alright, so is that the plan then? Gimnus will basically skywrite, execute the beacon, and you will all take shelter and kind of explore deeper into the structure.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay.
Seems like fun.
Okay. Well, then in that case, this is where we will pick up next session, and we will venture into the structure and see what happens.
Oh,
Nice.
All right.
Whew.
Stop